Green Lantern Annual #1.
Right. It's Morrison writing, although it is not Liam Sharp on art because, I mean, it is an extra issue.
Annual size. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Cameron Coley on layouts and Scott on finishes, which means the art is extremely disappointing. Because Cameron Coley I actually really like as an artist, but this isn't a Cameron Coley, but it's not there. So, art super disappointing, especially by this book standards, which has been so good.
Right.
No, this is an extended adventure with the extended Jordan family. Every single member of the Jordan family you've ever seen, with the exception of Uncle Jack, who's dead,
right,
is here.
Well, and Martin, right?
Which one's Martin?
Martin's the dad.
Oh, right, sure, yeah.
Right,
but
he died.
You've got the cousins, you've got brothers, you've got there's everything.
Well, because we saw the Jordan family throughout John's run.
Oh right? Yeah, but they lived. You had the
those were the brothers.
You had the main brother and the wife, right?
Right.
Yeah, so they're here, but you've got way more than that in this one.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, Hal wakes up in the bathtub. Everyone's knocked out except a couple of the kids. You've got I don't know. You got the kids, Hal Jr., which is the oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
You got Howie and Jason. Basically, they're locked in the house. Kind of like there's a force field keeping them in. Everything outside seems fine. They go out, look at the back, and they're kind of in this crazy world, gorgeous alien planet-looking thing with a huge light thing in the sky. It's great. Turns out there's basically a radio wave alien. These beings that live in the radio spectrum of light.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one there who seems like he needs help, and then others show up to come and get him. Hal Jr. is I think Airwave is the superhero name.
Okay.
They're bringing that back, and he's got radio frequency powers. I'm not sure exactly how they work. He seems to be able to manipulate them a bit, create like solid beams out of them and stuff. It's fine. They have a bit of a fight with some of the other things, but he kind of makes it worse because he just rushes in. They're hijacking all the phones and the microwave and everything, and it's this whole thing, and they possess the whole all the family who are unconscious. They kind of possess, and Hal has to like talk them out, and it's like, by prodding at them. It's like, oh yeah, this radio alien's trying to control you guys. Yeah, kind of like your wife controls your every move, Jim. You should be used to it. It's like, Susan, maybe you set your standards too high. Jim can't live up to them. And then the whole family just starts bickering at each other. And it's like, hey, your dead husband was cheating on you all the time. It's all this stuff. Lots of just family argument bickering. But seems to do the trick. And then a radio lantern shows up. She's cool, great little design, and puts the thing away in a box and takes it away. There's a little bit of moral quandary here where they were coming and attacking them because basically all the shit that we pump out into radio waves was affecting their space. It was they consider it their territory, so they were coming and attacking back. But the lantern's like, well, I mean, it's kind of just on the fringes. Most of us didn't even notice. But I was like, yeah, but the fringes, on the boundaries, that's where trouble gets started. If you don't pay attention to it. It kind of creeps in without you noticing, and that's that. They take him away, and a bit of the moral bit. It turns out it was one of the other uncles, I think. Uncle Hip. I think was what it was. Doug drugged them all. He had some, web project. He was, I don't know. It's not clear exactly what he was going to do. Film them, put out something on the net. Wasn't sure exactly. Hal punches him, and that's the end.
Yeah. So that's what he decided was for the for the annual was the radio wave.
Yeah.
Uncle Journey.
Yeah. It's pretty enjoyable.
That's good though. When you're talking about the radio wave,
Yeah, the new Airwave is they established that he's gay now.
Okay.
Hal's like, oh hey, you want to be a superhero just to impress the girls, and he's like, oh, whoever said it was a girl.
Right.
But yeah, there's a cool bit where they realize they're radio creatures. They're all sound. Hal pulls out a big tuning fork and tries to attack him with that.
Yeah. When you were talking about the radio wave, it made me think of this. I think he was created by Alan Moore. I'm looking up now. His name is Rotlot Pham, and he's from a planet where there's only darkness, and so he perceives sound as light or light as sound. Right. So his oath was always a little bit different because it was about instead of brightest day and darkest night, it was about silence and loud and stuff. But yeah, it just made me think of that and how Green Lantern is primed for weird things. Yeah, and Morrison loves weird things, so yes, he does. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Art's disappointing, but I mean, it's an annual, sure. Yeah. It's like a 7.